Hello, my name is Helena, and we're back for a segment with Dr. Moondust on the coronavirus vaccines. It's part of our series, and today we're talking about yet another vaccine candidate that is already in distribution and use, and that would be the Russian Sputnik vaccine. Dr. Moondust, may we have the benefits of your comments on the Russian Sputnik vaccine?
Yes. So this is a very traditional adenovirus vaccine that's been in use for generations of vaccines. And the Russians have the benefit in the sense that it was the first vaccine to be produced, and so they have a head start on their vaccination program and probably have collected a lot of data or a good deal of data on its efficiency, and they're claiming 95%, and also on side effects. But unfortunately, we aren't getting a whole lot of feedback on side effects at this stage from the manufacturers.
Mm-hmm.
But then a nice thing about this vaccine is that it's the most affordable vaccine so far. So that's good news for lower income countries. But then there's this issue of dose again. That's especially relevant if this vaccine contains the whole SARS-CoV-2 genetic material.
Well, we're certainly learning a lot more about COVID-19 and now the vaccines, their efficacy, as well as the dosages that you've mentioned in our series. Do you have anything else to add about the vaccines to round up our conversation about them today?
Yeah, in my opinion, a very important issue is that of vaccine dose. Because if you recall, viral particle dose is a key determinant of COVID-19 severity of the infection.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you think about it, if a person who weighs around 100 pounds receives the same dose as somebody who weighs 300 pounds, for example, they could quite possibly have a bad reaction to this overdose of viral proteins. So I propose that there should be at least 3 different vaccine doses. So one for people who are 100 pounds or less, one for people who are 200 pounds or less, up to 100 pounds, and one for people who are 300 pounds or less, down to 200 pounds.
We're getting quite technical now in our knowledge. All of us, the world over, are part of this global experiment. And of course, we're getting bits of information. So we really appreciate hearing from a scientist who is able to interpret the data. I wonder if there is anything else in this enlightening conversation that you have to add. Any final observations about vaccines for our session today?
Yeah, I'd say don't stop taking those supplements, vitamin C, D, and zinc, because, we're still don't have some information about these vaccines, and there may be a lag period where you're not covered or protected by the vaccine, and therefore it's very important to be taking those supplements at that time.
Mm-hmm. That's right. There's a fair amount of information, as you had explained to me earlier, that it might be an annual. It's the dosage size, of course, and the frequency. It might be annual or semi-annual or triannual. We don't know at this point.
Go. There you go. That's a very important issue as well. That how often, how long is the immunity going to last with these vaccines? How often are people going to have them? Will they be, annual, semi-annual, or triannual? And we're not really getting a lot of information on that yet from the different companies, although Moderna has said that theirs lasts at least 3 months. So
Right.
that's the reason why it's particularly important to be also continuing with your supplements, because there's this unknown. They don't know how long it does last.
Well, I guess our responsibility or our ability in this global experiment is that we can at least hold on to the supplements and the steps that you have outlined in previous videos about what we can do to help ourselves. So you're saying that even if we get the vaccine, we still need to do the basics. We can look at vitamin C, vitamin D, and of course zinc, because as you say, nobody knows the lag period between the vaccine and when its effectiveness ceases. And of course, we still have the opportunity to wield our #1 weapons in this war, and that's the masks and social distancing. And of course, that frequent hand washing. And I have to say, Dr. Moondust, since you introduced the concept of the zinc in the formulations that is effective, I've been very faithful to my C, my D, my zinc supplements, and in fact, I've taken extra comfort from the tube of SPP, the Moondust Skin Protector Plus. It's back as part of my skincare regimen, whether the sun is bright or not, it's now part of it. I wonder if for our viewers' sake, if you can briefly remind us of what is special about SPP, the Skin Protector Plus formulation from Moondust.
Well, it's a good source of zinc, Helena,
Mm-hmm.
and which can block viral replication. So if you're already taking a zinc supplement orally, then it's a good idea to put the SPP on your face under your mask whenever you go out in public places. But if you're not taking a zinc supplement, then you can use it daily.
Right. That's fabulous to know that we have these in our personal arsenal right in our homes, and we can continue with what has gotten us through these last almost 10 months. So that's it for now, dear viewers. About our Sputnik vaccine comments. Dr. Moondust will be updating us about vaccines, supplements, and other measures we can take to look after ourselves, as well as our skin throughout the winter months upcoming. And we invite you to subscribe so that you don't miss any updated information, and to visit moondustcosmetics.com, where there are blogs written by Dr. Moondust on scientific topics as well as skincare. And we hope to see you again. In the meantime, stay safe, be well.